About 2 weeks ago, I went to go get a tattoo, and it got announced that Kirby Air Riders had like an hour-long Nintendo Direct in September,
Hmm.
and then they announced like, "Oh, we're doing a second one." I was like, "Oh, I don't need to watch that. It's a second hour-long Direct for a kart racing game." I missed the first Nintendo Direct to ever have a dedicated accessibility segment in it. So like 50 plus minutes into the second hour-long Direct about this kart racing game. Game director Sakurai turns around and goes, "Hey, Kirby Air Riders has a dedicated accessibility menu. It's called accessibility. It has the little accessibility stick figure on the menu.
Hmm.
Let me spend the next 5 minutes talking to you about like the actual accessibility settings in the new Kirby game." Um, he talks about a bunch of things. Some of the stuff that's not explicitly in the accessibility section, but I think is worth talking about, is the game is like very explicitly designed to be playable one-handed with a single Joy-Con if you want. And he talks about like, here is the button. You can do button remapping in game rather than having to do system settings. This is how I have remapped the game to play it one-handed. Like, this is a recommendation I would make on how to set this up for one-handed play if you want to do that. It's deliberately mechanically simple in how many buttons you're going to need to press. You can save your own like controller remapping profiles and like put a name on them, so you're like, oh, I'll load up the my one-handed play profile or whatever, which is really nice. There's a bunch of really cool motion sickness accessibility stuff in there,
Ooh.
including putting borders around the side of the screen or a center screen reticle, various things you can put around the screen to like stabilize your view, but also stuff like you can turn off screen shake. When you're turning around corners that like are sloped, you can have it so the camera doesn't like turn with the slope. Lots of you can change your field of view, which is really rare in a Nintendo game. You can have a
Yes.
wider field of view. All of these things to try and like stabilize the image, so that it's less likely to make you motion sick. Very cool. There are accessibility presets for vision comfort. They've got like three different like strengths of, oh, we'll just tweak a bunch of these granular settings to try and get it more visually comfortable for you, which is really nice. They have an option called outlines, which they didn't show in the video, but knowing Sakurai's past games, I'm guessing is probably going to be high contrast outlines around characters to help identify them.
So
Yeah.
having something like this is brilliant.
Um, but yeah, the game has an actual accessibility menu.